Hi everyone. So today we have a small topic of target downside deviation or target semi deviation. So basically this topic is an extension of our sample standard deviation, right? So why we are taking this topic because in general in finance as an investor you took standard deviation as a measure of risk. It is a measure of risk. Risk of what? Risk of not meeting an expected price or not meeting an expected return, whatever parameter we are considering, right? So in order to understand, you can understand like this. If we have an expected price, or we can say the mean today is 5, so we generally expect it to remain 5 in future. This is our expectation, but we calculate standard deviation to measure risk that this 5 will be meeting in the future, this 5 outcome will meet in the future or not. So general opinion is that increasing standard deviation increases the risk of not meeting an expectation we are having today. So if we have a greater standard deviation, it means that tomorrow when an outcome comes, it will not be 5, whatever we are taking, the price or the return. So it will not be 5 but more than 5 if standard deviation is positive, and if it is negative then it will be less than 5. So now as an investor, we generally don't care about the positive standard deviation, because the positive increase in price or return will always be beneficial for investor. So therefore we don't care about the positive outcome of the standard deviation. But here comes the difficulty, or here comes the risk when the standard deviation is negative for an investor, because there he or she will be getting less returns, less price in the future. So there comes the topic of target downside deviation, because in standard deviation we only calculate all the deviations which are positive and negative, but in target downside deviation we only calculate or consider those deviations which are only negative, which will affect an investor to take a decision to took an investment or not. So as we all know, standard deviation has a formula of sigma x minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1, which is number of observations minus 1, right? So this is the general formula of our standard deviation which we all do, right? But for target downside deviation we have another formula which says under the root sigma x minus b whole square upon n minus 1. Here b is a number, or we consider it as a number which we choose by ourselves, or which we choose by considering whichever because it's not mean. Here in standard deviation it is mean, but here due to we are only considering those deviations which are negative, here it is not mean but a number which is defined by which is defined by the expectations of the outcome of the series, or by a particular number which we decide by seeing all the observations that this is the finest number which we can use to subtract from each and every observation to calculate the deviations. All right, so here the trick here is, for example, I will take it like if we have 5 observations which are 1 2 4 7 6 5, right? We take here b to be, this is x, we take b here as like 3. If we take b as 3, so x minus b will become 1 minus 3 minus 2, 2 minus 3 minus 1, 4 minus 3 1, 7 minus 3 4, 6 minus 3 3, 5 minus 3 2, right? So now here comes the trick. Because we only take those observations which are negative, which only those deviations which are negative, we will only be squaring those deviations which are negative. For example, 2 and 1 with the negative signs here, because for target downside deviation we only take those deviations which are negative. So keep in mind 4 and 1, we will add this up and become 5, right? Put it in the formula which says under the root of x minus b square, which we have calculated as 5, it becomes 5 divided by n minus 1. Now it's a thing to be remembered, which is here we have only took those deviations which are negative. In our case it's only 2, but the n will be 5. So keep in mind the deviations we took only negative, but the n is the proper number of observations, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 actually. So yeah, 6 minus 1 is 5, so we will, it's 1, so we have a standard deviation of 1. Alright, so this is our topic of target downside deviation. Just need to be understood, like in finance, standard deviation is a measure of risk, but for an investor a positive deviation will always be a good sign, so we don't take consideration of a positive deviations. So therefore we have a topic of target downside deviation, which only took those observations which have a negative deviation, so that investor can take a valid decision by seeing by seeing the deviations, or we can say the target downside deviations. Thank you so much for watching.